Don't just be another foreigner, be a local Laowai. Welcome back to Local Laowai, the show that gives you everything you need to know for a smooth transition to life in China. I'm Donnie Newman. Last time, we talked about what makes an apartment right for you by balancing the three factors of location, condition, and rent. Now that you have a good idea what you're looking for, it's time to see what's out there. Now, there are good ways to look for an apartment, and then there are bad ways. For example, you probably don't want to be wading through a Chinese newspaper for listings. And scanning bulletin boards probably isn't the most effective way either. Okay, so you probably wouldn't have thought to do it that way anyway. But still, how should you go about looking? There are two main strategies that Laowai use to look for apartments in China, using the internet and going through realty agents. Here's how to use them. Internet search engines are a great way to gather housing information over a broad area. There are, of course, many Chinese language websites for housing, but if you prefer English, there are sites for you as well. By using the site's built-in search filters, you can easily sift through the information you need based on your criteria for location, condition, and rent. But be careful, although most of the ads are legit, some of them may be posted by middlemen or realty agents posing as housemates or landlords. Fortunately, these agents are usually easy to spot. Look for users who post multiple ads at the same time, all with very similar, slightly non-native sounding English. If the ad includes a phone number, give the poster a call. It never hurts to seek all the verification you can get before you decide to go out and take a look at a place for yourself. Hey, is this Mike? Yeah, I saw your ad on the internet.
Oh, you see the advert? You want to rent a house? Yes, I'm American too. I rent a house to my American buddies.
Yeah, no. So, searching for housing on the internet is especially useful if you're still not entirely decided on the neighborhood in which you want to live. But if you have your sights set on a specific place, or you'd just rather get your boots on the ground and get out on the hunt, there is another option for you: realty agencies. As a general rule, wherever you see apartments, chances are there are realty agents nearby. You can tell you're looking at a realty agency when you see 地产, those two characters there, which means realty. Another telltale sign that you're near a realty agent is all of the housing advertisements you'll see in the window, like this. When you walk in, you'll see plenty of agents hard at work. Chances are some of them speak some English, especially if you're in an area popular among Laowai. Hey, 你好.
Hi, 你好.
But if you want to use some Chinese, here are some basics. 租 means to rent, and 房 means apartment. So 租房 means to rent an apartment. Here's how to use it in a sentence. 你好，我想租房.
好的.
Now, switch the two characters around and you have 房租, rent. Rent is definitely one of the things your agent will ask you about.
你这边房租预算多少钱?
Here, I find it helpful to give them a number a little bit lower than your actual limit. Agents love to show off apartments that are slightly out of your price range, just to see if you'll bite. After you tell your agent a few other criteria, such as the size of the apartment and how many bedrooms you need, he'll begin to make plans to take you to see some of the apartments.
这边是全民格局，这是客厅，那边是主卧室，这边是次卧室，厨房在这边。
Now, when you're at the apartment, it's your job to ask questions, a lot of them. So, I really like the place. Can I ask you a couple questions? How many square meters is the apartment? Is the apartment pet friendly? Do all the appliances work? Where could I get a cab around here? Is there a grocery store around? What's the security like here? Do you believe in life after love? Okay, well maybe you can forget about that last question. But still, don't be shy about asking questions. And take time to really get to know the place. Check the water pressure, make sure the air conditioning works, etc., etc. And don't forget that rent is negotiable. If your agent says otherwise, ask them to get in touch with the landlord and see if they can lower it. Usually, if you're willing to pay many months' rent up front, they'll be willing to shave a few hundred renminbi off your rent. The agent's fee is usually 1 month's rent, but this is negotiable as well, especially if the agent doesn't go as low as you want him to. Alright, so there you have it, our episode on looking for apartments in China. Remember, when deciding on your new home, your base of operations for your new life here in China, you're going to want to take your time and be patient. Chances are you're not going to find your new dream home on your first visit. But with some time, chances are good that you will find it eventually. Good luck! I'm Donnie Newman. We'll see you next time. Tune in next time when we talk about how to use, charge, and pay for utilities. Until then, be sure to keep sending in your questions at localaowai@bon.tv. I'm Donnie Newman, and we'll see you next time.